The special education teachers usually possess a knowledge and expertise to adapt the curriculum and modify materials for special learners. Other successful ways to include students with disabilities. Make instruction accessible for all students. We must try and make instruction accessible. We might need to repeat the instruction. We might need a detailed handout of the instruction. We might need a video of the instruction. We might even need examples of the instruction from previous students to help the individuals. These are not just for disabled individuals, these are for everyone. Demonstration, guided practice. Like I was just saying, we might need to demonstrate it. We might need to show them. We might need to get them guided notes for all students. Teachers and students verbally rehearse strategy steps. Maybe after I speak the steps, the strategy steps, the teachers rehearse them, the students rehearse them back to me. Maybe I might need to hear them rehearse them multiple times. This is something that I've heard the teacher do when I was student teaching plenty of times to make sure that students understood and they got everything that they knew that they needed to be done right away, especially in the early classes in the day. The students are not completely focused, and some things need to be repeated. Routines. Go over routines. Routine, have a daily routine so it's not so confusing, so overwhelming to students. Think aloud. Have assignments like think aloud so the students can help and be interaction. Make accommodations, make different accommodations for class, for students, for individuals, for different diverse needs, for different students with different types of disabilities. Techniques that facilitate note taking. We might use a lot of techniques that facilitate students taking notes. Some of the disabled students might have guided notes. It might be a little bit easier. And no fear. You have to trust in your skill, trust in your district. A big issue is fear. Educators have fear that they may be sued or that they may do something wrong or that they're not capable of completing the task at hand. This is not true. Believe in yourself, believe in your profession, believe in what you're capable of, and complete the task at hand. Do not have a restricted barrier over yourself. You're capable and you can complete a lot of tasks. Direct instruction is provided for struggling learners. Direct instruction should be provided to everyone, not only struggling learners, but if one may need help, direct instruction should be provided. Once a teacher or a teacher's aide is walking around and a struggling individual may need help, direct instruction should be assisted to them. Successful interventions that has happened in the past are very successful. Co-planning between general and special education teachers. As stated, this is very important. Co-planning, pre-planning, and reviewing after and going over ideas and implementing different ideas in different IEP meetings. These are all successful interventions that helps a special needed student. Consultation, collaboration between general and special education teacher. They must collaborate. They must consult each other. They must understand that the co-op teacher must inform the main teacher whether they need help or maybe something may be too hard for their individual student, and also the main teacher may need to assist and or consult with the teacher's aide because they may feel a certain way about an assignment or they may just want to have a collaboration so they can be both on the same page. Co-teaching between general and special education teachers. Co-teaching is the same as teacher's aid. Basically, having teacher's aid is a successful intervention. Having a teacher's aid in class to assist the student as needed. Addressing all dimensions of the learner, social, emotional, academic, cognitive, must adjust to the all dimensions. Generally, speaking, we must provide reinforcement and encouragement, establish a personal relationship with the mainstream student, involve the mainstream student in whole class activities, adapt long range plan, adapt regular material, use alternate material, adapt scoring, grading criteria, establish expectations for your honor students, your regular students, and your special needs students. You might provide reinforcement and encouragement, use alternate and material, and you just want to make sure that you're covering everything for all of the students. There's 6 levels of education for students with disabilities. Some may know or believe that there's one or two special needs class, and maybe a kid that comes to a general education class once, and the rest may be in special ed. I'm not saying this is everyone's belief. This is at one time my belief. Even when I was in school learning, I believe students either had special ed or maybe they might have came to one class. This was misinformed knowledge. Level one, there's something called general education classroom with consultation from a specialist. So level one, a student will be in general education classroom with consultation from a special need or a specialist in that area. Level two, general education in the classroom, cooperative teachers teaching or co-teaching. Basically, you're in a general education classroom and you have a co-teacher, a teacher's aide in the back that's assisting the struggle student as needed. Part-time placement in special education classrooms. This may be where a student has 3 classrooms that's special education and 3 classrooms that's general education. So it's half. Some things that they might struggle in, they might need special education. Other class they might excel in, they might be in the general education classroom. Level 4, a full-time special education classroom with general education school. So this one is something that you might see a student in full day of special needs class. This is not as popular as part-time. We're trying to get everything into all general education. We should not be segregated. No student should have to go in a general education class. It's taking out funding. It's taking out the needs of other educators that can be conducting more, that can be completing more, that can be more beneficial than having a class of less than 10. They can assist in a class as needed. Special school. There's also special schools for individuals with disabilities. There's special schools for the blind, special schools for the deaf. There's different types of schools, but these individuals do not necessarily have to go to these schools, but it's whatever best for the learner at hand. We must try to put that individual in the best scenario so that it can get the best outcome. Residential treatment or homebound. This may be students that were homeschooled. I've had homeschool students that I've had to teach before. I was their physical education teacher, so there were 6 students that got homeschooled. Some of them might have been shorter, so they might have been midgets. Some of them might have had high anxiety. Some of them might have been very shy. There were different reasons, and they were all unique individuals, wonderful people. I love them all. But these type of people are getting homeschooled. They might they get their grades, they get their classes from their parents or another educator. They get their assignments. They send them into the school so they're reviewed and looked at. And it's definitely powerful. It's a good learning aspect also. That's the 6th level. But so that's my idea and that's my beliefs and that's hope you guys all learned about inclusion and why we should include individuals into our everyday lives. We should include individuals into our educational classrooms, into our work environment. We should not exclude. We must learn to educate, not separate. And I hope you all was very informed by this video. And thank you so much. My name is Eddie McCrae, Mercyhurst University. And thank you so much. Have a great, wonderful day.